So yeah, I want to get like a Cheshire cat right there and take up my entire arm essentially with some other characters and themes. But you know, his demeanor is mischievous, but ultimately warm-hearted. You know, like he's a guide, if you will, but sort of makes the most of it. Kind of has that like that juvenile sense of humor, but still like that loving demeanor. And so there's something very resonant. It resonates with me, I guess.
So this is something that you've kind of connected with, or someone has told you this, or what?
That's the vibe that I give off. I feel is that like if you were to paint me as a character, instead of it being like the Little Mermaid, like possibly my spirit child would be, you may choose the Cheshire Cat because of just the way that I have that infectious smile sometimes that cat has, where you're just like, how can I be mad at you right now?
So Cheshire Cat is also known for hiding and observing as well, though, and popping in at opportune moments.
How do you guys know so much about cats' behavior?
It's Alice in Wonderland, and it's a very like emotionally driven story. You know, like there's so many dualities to life. Like that's probably one of the best sort of meta Disney films that I can think of. You know, that like actually has like a message.
Yeah, that and Mulan for sure.
I do love Mulan.
It's a good one. You know what I did not care for is Pocahontas.
And why is that? Is it because of Mel Gibson?
Yes. Well, I mean,
what does Mel Gibson have to do?
Personally against Mel Gibson, but his character in that movie was so bad, and that movie has aged poorly.
It has. It does not
poorly. I mean, if it didn't have what's the song, "The Colors of the Wind," as its one and only saving grace, that would be just a straight garbage movie. But if you look at it ranked against, you know, overall sales of Disney movies, it's still middle of the pack. Still does well.
I've never seen it.
You never seen Pocahontas?
I just gave it a raving review, so you should check it out.
Yeah. How can you not want to now?
So Mel Gibson is a voice in there?
He is. He's John Smith.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Did not know that. Weird, wild stuff. That's pretty good.
It's Letterman. It was Letterman.
It was? I mean, okay. All right, should we get going?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, we don't have to. Those are your children's headphones, right? Just making sure. Just clarifying.
No.
They're yours.
These are like...
So tiny. Oh, those are Beats by Dre?
Yeah.
But they're so tiny. Is your head just that big? What's happening?
Little tiny little headphones.
Yeah. Those are... Wait a minute. I think you know what I'm about to ask here.
Go for it.
Are those the ladies' version?
They didn't have them in pink, so I took them in white. They're refurbished. So
okay. So yes to my question is the answer.
It's not a no for me.
Yeah. Say dog. That's fun. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the only thing that girls at my gym wear is Beats by Dre while they're working out.
When they're pink, though, right?
Yeah, no, they do white and pink, mainly pink. But yeah, they look so much larger on their head. I think it's perspective. It's got to be perspective.
And Jordan, you have headphones in?
I don't have headphones in right now.
Seems fine. I don't.
Yeah, it does. Seems nice.
I just got 2 turntables and a microphone.
What about that dinging? Can you hear my iMessage dinging?
Very soft in the distance.
It's like a ping, more like a ping.
It's a pinging, not a dinging.
Yes, but it's annoying to me, so I'm gonna figure out how to turn it off.
Okay. That's fair.
So we're talking love today, huh?
What is that? Can we talk about that? Can we define love again?
You know, a wise one once said that you should define your terms before you start spitting out words.
Who said that? Who said that?
Pocahontas.
Nice. Colors of the wind. Colors of the wind. That was good. Yeah. So love is our topic of the day. I mean, my question is, what are the different forms of love? Because in my opinion, you've got 3, 4, or 5.
For sure, yeah.
You've got affection towards someone that is more of a sexual nature. You have innate automatic love of a family nature that is either forced unwillingly upon you or gained and earned through years of living and experiencing together. And then you have the love that comes with friendship, which is more of a mutual respect and admiration for somebody that has come over time, tested situations where somebody is proven, there for you even more so than sometimes family is.
And then there's like love for like a pet.
Oh, you wouldn't consider a pet love family love?
I mean, I suppose it could fall into that category.
Or friend love, one of the two. Friend love sounds awkward. I shouldn't say that.
That's what this is, right? This is friend love. No?
Do you remember the episode of Scrubs where Turk and JD sing "Guy Love" to each other?
Of course.
It's guy love. It's guy love.
More.
Eagle.
So am I Turk?
Well, I'm definitely JD.
Who am I?
The janitor?
No, he's Dr. Cox. No.
Let's see.
I think he's Elliot. He's the blonde girl, Elliot. I think that's Jordan.
Could be Carla. You could be a Carla.
He's not sassy enough to be Carla.
Okay.
He's not mean enough to be Dr.
want.
Cox. He's not evil enough to be the janitor. I think he's nice enough and good-hearted and good-natured. Not. Yes, Ted.
Ted was one of my favorites.
He's the best.
He played the straight guy so well.
So good.
And Marty, we've talked about this before, but not with you. Do you feel like there is such a thing as unconditional love?
Yes. I think it's harder. You brought up dogs before. I think it's harder for humans to get to that point of unconditional love. I think the closest relationship is probably a mother and their child, because there's that bond that's created 9 months prior to the child even coming into the world. I just spoke to a new father today. He's got a first child, 7-week-old, and he is holistically admitting that it takes a moment for a father where you have to have that connection moment with your new child. And it took him 3 weeks before that moment actually happened. Before then, it was kind of just a poop machine and it was a task and a chore. But then the moment happens and the love is formed. So I wouldn't consider that situation for a father unconditional. Mm-hmm. And even if that moment is right at birth where the child comes out and is crying and grabs the dad's pinky, that still moment had to happen for the dad, where I don't think that necessarily has to happen for the mom. And then dogs are just the best. They just love you no matter what you do.
It's the same.
Did you guys do, when you had your kids, did you guys do skin time with them right away?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was doing skin time with my youngest one, and they came in to do like the sensory tests. And I was like, good luck. Like you're not getting them from me. And they were like, we're not going to take them off you. Like they just did the test on top of me. So like, yeah. So absolutely. The skin to skin stuff is recommended and is just as beneficial for us as it is for them, in my opinion. Like it's that, like, that little puddle of clean slate that you just, how can you not love it? It's done nothing wrong. If you have like an issue with it, it's internal.
Yeah, it's more about you than the child at that point. I had a similar situation. First night, my wife went through a 26-hour labor with her firstborn. So all night he had a real difficult time sleeping, and he was in a room the whole night. They never took him to the nursery, so it was skin to skin the whole night, like walking and pacing the entire first night. My wife slept through the entire situation, and she's the lightest sleeper ever. But like I said, 26-hour labor. Level 3 episiotomy. So anybody who doesn't know what that is just a straight rip from ain't to taint. So your face.
Is anyone else hungry for Chinese food?
I know, right? It sounds so good. But yeah, that was my moment though. That night, that first night, like 3 hours of pacing, skin to skin contact back and forth.
Can I talk about how much I love Jordan's new haircut? It looks really good.
Thanks, man.
Tell me why you love it, and let me tell you why you actually love it.
It looks just like my haircut.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it.
We're on the same page.
Because
am I telling the truth when I say I cut it myself?
I would have expected nothing less.
You want to save that for later in the show for Two Truths and a Lie?
No, I'm good.
Did you do the back yourself?
I did not do the like straightening part. I actually, for the first time, I trusted my 7-year-old to do it.
Oh wow! Give us a little swirl.
She did a wonderful job.
Oh yeah, she did. Good job.
She did a wonderful job. I mean, she's the oldest, so like she is like perfectionist. So she's doing it. And she's like, just perfect, And I was like, man, she's gonna do a better job than my wife ever has.
Yeah,
and she did.
Wow. Well, your wife just wants to get it over with. So
she doesn't even look anymore. It's like she's brushing her teeth.
I have no idea what we're talking about, nor does it matter.
Who's your daddy?
Hey, Daddy. I guess we could start. Jordan, you ready to start?
Yeah, we can get going. All right.
Hold on. Hard pause. I love how before Jordan always starts, there's this like awkward inhale of breath. Like, yeah, I guess we can start. Like,
all right. Is that really what I did?
So good. Okay. All
right. Let me try it again. Yeah, we can start. All right, ladies and gents. Welcome to the big show. The big show, the Who's Your Daddy show, where we're all your daddies and we're all daddies.
So is that our tagline? Are we moving with that?
We're all your daddies.
Who's Your Daddy is the title of the show. Where we're all your daddies.
Where you get a daddy, and you get a daddy, and you get a daddy.
We're the Oprah of daddies.
Thanks, Anna.
Thanks for coming. We're all your daddies. We're gonna.
Wow. That just came out of your mouth, and it was so good.
It was.
That's why I have to take such an awkward breath. It's because I got awkward words to come out.
Yeah.
No, we're keeping it. To tears.
Rewind. No, so the topic today is love. And what we'll be saying about love is we're going to be talking about everything from the beginning of love to what is love to the love languages, and then finally to lies about love.
And truths.
And truths.
It's always
dating. We're going to talk about marriage. We're going to talk about pre-marriage, after marriage, premature marriage, marriage
We're
while you're married.
We're going to play a little what if too, which is always fun for three gentlemen who have been married for, all of us have been married for over a decade, correct?
Yes.
I'm at 15 and a half. Where are you at, Alex?
Almost at 11. So I still meet
almost 11. You meet the criteria.
Mhm.
Jordan?
Almost 11 for me too.
Wow. Hold on a second. So you've been married 11 years and you have how many children?
Almost 4.
You guys are really doing work up there in Minnesota.
My wife just keeps having them. I don't even know how to make it stop.
That's not how that works. That is not true.
Nope. Let's rewind that.
Actually, I shouldn't say. I can't remember what's the rating on this podcast.
Yeah.
Is it an MA? Is it?
Sure. We'll click the little button that's adult content.
No. I shouldn't say.
You should say. You should absolutely say.
Have you only had sex 4 times? Is that what you're going to tell us?
I'm not gonna say until the lie comes, or the truth and the lies come.
Got it.
So first things first, why don't we talk about a little bit about what if we were back on the market? Could you imagine that?
No.
What if 3 eligible bachelors like ourselves were on the market again?
You're playing fast and loose with that eligible term. But yeah, I think I've said it before. I think dating has so rapidly changed in the 15 years that I've been married that it would be an absolute just disastrous nightmare. And we see it. I mean, we're all out there on social media and we see recently divorced gentlemen. I work with a couple recently divorced gentlemen and it in theory might sound okay, but in reality just looks awful.
Yeah.
It's a whole different realm of like rules that didn't apply 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, like social media.
Would you both consider yourself air quote nice guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So how do you think, just in general, again, none of us have ever been on a digital dating app before, but how do you think nice guys fare in today's dating app
I've
environment?
been on a digital.
You have? Which one?
You guys didn't do like
Ashley Madison? No.
No, I did. I mean, this was so. I mean, I got married when I was 30. So, like, in my 20s, Match.com was out, and whatever. What was that other one? There was like a Christian one.
ChristianMingle.com.
No, that didn't exist yet.
Oh.
J-Date.
J-Date.
No, it was something else.
Jordan was
Regardless.
sliding into J-Date.
I never actually got a date from one of them. But then also,
FarmersOnly.com.
Did you guys do chat rooms?
Yeah, when I was like a teenager, like AOL chat rooms.
That was just to download porn for me.
But I mean, that was in many ways a dating app. You'd get in there and you'd meet someone.
So you're considering jumping in a chat room and saying age, sex, state, a dating app. So you're like, hey, I'm Marty. I'm 17. I'm male and from Texas.
I drove to meet someone at like 3:00 in the morning.
Please tell this story. Are you serious?
Man, back in those days, it was like anything went. It's like freewheeling, free.
Chris Hansen is my uncle. Go on.
What are you doing here, George?
You guys are my same age, right? Like what? What were you doing at 25?
I was engaged.
This would have been, 20s. 20.
I was on like a TV set.
That's right. You were doing something with your life.
I was dating my wife at 23.
Trying to meet chicks on Yahoo Messenger.
I've been dating my wife since I was 19. So yeah, same boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we no online applications. Had no idea.
So real quick, 30-second synopsis, Jordan. how did you start dating your wife? How did you meet? How did you start the love connection?
She was a friend of a friend's friend, or friend of a friend's wife, sister, and she roomed with a friend.
Can you draw a picture?
Yeah, can we see like the 23andMe of what you're saying?
You're
Bottom line
rela-
is
Are you
was-
saying this because you're related to your wife?
This is just the circle.
they had a little ugly sweater Christmas party, if you know what I mean? And
I don't know
have no
what you mean
idea
at all
what
by that.
is.
What is the euphemism there?
What do you do at a dirty Christmas sweater party?
and let me just say, the mistletoe worked.
Where was the mistletoe? It was above. Never mind. You continue.
Is that another word for Viagra? What's happening here?
Mistletoe worked.
And actually, her friend told her that I was flaky and wanted her to break up with me.
Oh,
Yeah, but she didn't.
but you got her. You won her over.
I snagged her. How about you?
Snagged her and bagged her. 4 kids later.
Yeah.
Boom.
How'd you capture your wife?
So I trained my wife as a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard instructor.
Oh,
As
thank
a-
God! As a lifeguard was the next part of that sentence.
Yeah, yeah. I was a lifeguard instructor, and I trained her. We were both in college at the time, and she had a boyfriend at that point of 3 years. And I went to work over the summer, came back. We went on a river trip, a float together. She was dating her boyfriend of 5 years at that point, and we made a love connection on the river. She broke up with her boyfriend the next day of 5 years, and we have been together ever since.
Where is he now?
Well, like all ex-boyfriends of women you're married to, I assume. Nope, not gonna say it. I honestly don't know. I have no idea. I'm not the type of husband who's like, I'm gonna keep some tabs on your ex-boyfriend. Now, my wife is absolutely that way. She knows absolutely where my ex-girlfriends are, what their jobs are, who they're married to,
Got
who's
him
been
on
arrested.
GPS.
Oh yeah.
I met my wife first year of college, right outside of my trailer in Georgia, in Young Harris, Georgia, and they ran out of dorm rooms, which is
Shout
why I
out to all
was.
the Georgians.
They ran out of dorm rooms, which is why I was in a trailer, and they just put like 6 trailers in between 2 dorms, and they were like, "We'll only charge you like $65 a month," and it became one of these things that like they forgot about us.
Yeah.
So like they didn't like moderate us at all, and we were the ruffians. And just one day, like I was a part of the theater program, so like my theater friends brought her. Like she wasn't even a part of the theater company, and that was the connection. It was instant, and she like never left. She just stayed around.
First of all, I would have never guessed you were a part of the theater program.
I know. I hide it really
Crazy.
well.
It's really, really shocking to hear that. And second of all, I heard Alabama and trailer in the same sentence, and I just figured that was par for the course. But thank you for clarifying that they ran out of dorms.
Yes, I had to, the reason. I didn't just choose it. I wasn't like, I can't do this indoor plumbing.
Irene's in the chat going, "Hey, I live in Georgia."
None taken, right, guys? None taken.
None at all.
Did
So
you guys-
let's play a little hypothetical real quick. We should
All right, let's
move.
yeah, move it.
Move it. Let's play a little hypothetical game. So we've all outlined how we are happily married men. We met our wives. We love our wives. We love our family. It's fantastic. But let's play a little what if. What if we were caught and released back into the dating pool today? What would your go-to move be, Alex, on a dating app that would kind of win over the prospective candidates as they're scrolling by a one Mr. Alex laughs?
So like a little bio.
Yeah, a little bio. What's catching the eye, the twinkle of the eye in the women scrolling by?
So, like, first it would be a picture of the beard. I'd have to have the beard in it because that's the selling point.
Just tight
it
crop.
would just be the beard,
Nice.
and it would be called Alex's beard. No,
Mm-hmm.
it would be of my face, but I would have to be, strictly just neck up in the bio. I'm gonna say loves to laugh, or lives to laugh, maybe. One of those. Yeah, just to be a little witty. Looking for someone to work out with. I love math, statistics, coaching baseball, Alabama football, Roll Tide. I'm not a dog or a cat person. I'm a people person.
Oh, that's a crowd pleaser right there. Look at that.
Swipe
thank you.
right.
Yeah. Wait, just FYI, after the line that says looking for someone to work out with, winky face emoji? After
Yes.
that?
Oh, winky and then like kissy face, or
Yeah.
just like maybe like flex.
Oh, I would do both. I would do a combo of winky face and then flex.
There it is.
Yeah.
Was my reference correct? Is it swipe right is good, right? Swipe right or swipe left.
I don't know.
want them. Swipe right, you want them.
Right.
Right?
I have no idea.
So right away, we're behind the 8 ball in the dating pool. We don't even know where to swipe.
Can you, if you like swipe left on somebody, can you go back? Like, is there a history where you could be like, on second thought, I do want to send foot pics.
But golly, this just sounds like kindergartners talking about calculus. But I'm in the same boat. I'm just like, well, yeah, like if the whole point is for two people to match with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to both say, yes, I like the cut of this person's jib, if I'm going to use the young kids vernacular. No? Is that not what they're saying now? I thought it was Liddy. Anyways. Yeah, my dating profile would start out very honest, and it would say under 6 foot, and then ... space bar. Oh, you're still here? Question mark. And then I would get into the kind of nuts and bolts of professional family man still. Yeah, because I mean that's not going away, right? God forbid something happens.
Well, I guess we didn't clarify the rules. Are we us back in the dating pool with our kids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're not starting from scratch here, Jordan. There's no magic wand.
Yeah, they don't just disappear. They don't.
Yeah.
Just ask Florida. Oh.
Yeah, dating dad, says Nick. We are train wrecks. Like, don't ever get divorced, any of us. We would be absolute disaster. I can't even, like, honestly, I thought about this when we were talking about this topic. I thought about this, like, hey, if I was caught and released back into the dating pool, what would I say about myself? And it would just be a train wreck. I would become a hermit, like bold-faced honesty. I would become a hermit. I'm already an introverted extrovert, so I would probably just not leave my house that much. And unless someone, opened the door and said, hey, you should date this person, it wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah. My right arm would look like He-Man. So what I'm thinking is, so you guys kind of were thinking you're released, you're out, your bio would be, it was very like statutory. I mean, it was very stats. Like, here's me. I'm 6'11". I like to eat, drink, and have fun. That's not what I was thinking.
Like a baseball card, almost is the way you're laying it out.
I'm 205 pounds. Like to walk in the park. I was thinking more like just it would be short and sweet. So it'd be like, I'm a fun-loving 40-year-old looking for a teammate. to share my life with, to share life with.
Oh, that's
That's
sweet.
what
I,
it was. And
I'd
possibly
swipe
have
right.
sex.
What was the last part?
I said, and possibly have sex.
Parentheses spoken as Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Shabadoo.
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, bullet points. Anna says it needs to look like a PowerPoint presentation, and knowing Jordan as we do, it 100% would be a PowerPoint presentation.
Graphs?
There'd be graphs.
Yep.
There'd be a flow chart on what the dating life would look like if you were to date Jordan. And then there would be a mission statement, 100% for Jordan, darling.
For me, so for me, the team, like I would, for me, the key word in what I was thinking is teammate. So that's really, everything else is like, I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say? You want me to say everything I like to do? Like, I could do that, but really, I would want to quickly establish that, like, being a teammate, that's always been something that's important to me when I was thinking about marriage was that we're on the same team, you know, and when you're on the same team with someone, you aren't always together. You sometimes yell at each other, you know, but you're always going towards the same goal. Like, you know, no matter what you're doing, you're just on the same team working together. And that's always how I thought marriage or relationship should be. What is the problem?
I want to create a sound drop of Jordan's awkward inhale, and we can call it that. It's just, I love it so much.
It's
It makes
not
me
me,
so
it's
happy.
the microphone.
It's not the microphone. I've been on 100+ Zoom calls with you, and you're in the middle of making a point, and when you have to pause for a second, you you do the
I've never
awkward.
noticed this about myself. All right,
Oh,
well, I guess I have to add that to my bio.
awkward breathing.
Okay, should we
Swipe
do
left.
douchey bios? Is that, I mean, like, if we could be
Yes.
a caricature of ourselves.
This is probably this is insightful. If it's a caricature of ourselves, then we're basically on the psychiatrist's couch at this point and saying, here are the things I hate most about myself, but everyone probably 100% sees. That means you get to go first, Alex.
All right. So first, I'm gonna go banging arms. That's gonna be the first one. And then next is young, dumb, and full of cum. It's gonna be in quotation marks, so that you know that, like, that's what I live by. And then it's gonna say, looking for girl to give daily shirtless BJs. And then shirtless is in caps so that they know that, like, that's important. Like, I've always considered us to be like a shirtless team. Like, that's us. We're the skins.
So still a teammate, like what Jordan was talking about.
It's a partnership, but neither one of us are wearing clothes. And then finally, the younger, the better.
Nice. So here's the sad part of that douchey bio. I think you would get so many more swipes with that bio than you would with the first bio that you let. Like 100%. People would probably think, oh, this guy, there's something to this guy. This guy here, he's a firecracker. I need to test the waters on big guns over here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
sad.
It's sad. It's really nice. Here's what's truly sad. From what I've been told, and I do work with quite a few single individuals, from what I've been told, the words you put in the profile mean absolutely nothing. It's all about the pictures. So I'm going to focus heavily on my pictures for my douchey profile. First and foremost, I will not be wearing a shirt in any of the photography. Secondly, I will be holding at least a fish in 2 of the shots, like very large fish, so that you can know that I'm adventurous, even when I'm not wearing a shirt. There will probably be dogs, even though I don't own those dogs. And then you are going to see the hardest breath holding / flexing you've ever seen in photography. The lighting will be absolutely epic. The shadows will be just popping right off of the big arms and the big guns, just like Alex has. So I'm going to keep the bio short and sweet. Looking for a good time, not a long time. Swipe right if you like it right. Boom. That's it. I rest my case.
I like that. Looking for Mrs. Right. Not looking for Mrs. Right. Looking for Mrs. Right.
Right now. There it is. There it is.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'll get some right swipes.
Anna says, doing chores sleeveless. No, shirtless, Anna. There will be no shirts at all in any of the photos. This is so cringy.
Jordan, what is yours? What's your douchey profile? That apparently will work. These are good profiles for some reason.
I mean, at first I was thinking different because you guys kind of switched it on me when you started saying, "Wait, these are actually reflections of yourself." Because I just did a straight up douche.
So do it. What you got? It doesn't have to be of you.
Well, what I was thinking is a douche would just be all about what, like. So I was thinking like, hey, if you got a thin waist, pretty face, D cups, DM me, and you'll have the best night of your life, something like that. But if it were me, I'd probably just put a picture of Marty shirtless, and then I'd put like my TikTok live link, and then I'd say like, diamonds get you a follow back or something like that.
Can you talk in the douchey voice for the rest of the podcast? Because that was absolute gold.
This one, wait, I don't even know what I did.
Just do your profile again. Just say your profile again. Just read it. Just read it.
If you got thin waist, pretty face, D cups, DM me.
It's 3 a.m. here in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Saskatchewan. You got Jordan on the ones and twos.
Squeeze that person tight if you've got him. I missed you, Cassandra.
Breaker 1-9er. You got Rubber Ducky here. We got clean sailing, no cops in sight.
Oh,
I just took a blue pill, and this dick ain't gonna suck itself.
Roger, heading your way.
I almost choked on whiskey.
So those are our dating profiles. That was fun.
Can we just chalk this up on definitely the most cringeworthy segment we will ever have?
Hopefully, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
Not a challenge.
Oh, wow.
Was it really, though? I'm not cringing. Now I
We were all a little cringy, Jordan. We were all a little cringy.
Anna says emphatically, yes. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, I don't want to go back on the market. That's for sure.
No. We are not catch and release, gentlemen.
But if you remember back, at some point you did have to go back on the market, like when someone broke up with you.
Everyone here has been broken up with multiple times, correct?
Yeah. I don't know about multiple times. Yeah, multiple times. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, you've been dating your wife since you were 19, so you had a short window of dating.
Correct. Correct. But it was still, I'd still have been broken up with like several times before that.
I'm a similar situation. I started dating my wife, like I said before, at 23. I had been broken up with one time. So but I didn't date that many girls. I had long-term relationships, almost every single relationship. from the jump.
And so, how many girls did you break up with?
Would you consider a girlfriend somebody you dated longer than a month?
I would consider a girlfriend someone I dated for a day.
Oh, I don't know. Probably a handful, like 5 to 6. Then, if that's your criteria.
Yeah, I used to have like a 2-month period. Like I had like a 2-month timeline. It was like,
Was it like a heavy or a light flow?
it was light. But like that was the amount of time like the relationship would become intimate within those 2 months, and by the end of the 2 months I would feel weird, like didn't know where the relationship was going, and so then it either she broke up with me or I broke up with her essentially.
Yeah.
The worst breakup I ever had was the girl before my wife who cheated on me with Jordan Banks with an A.
Oh, I hate guys named Jordan.
I mean, he at least it's spelled with an A.
The A with the A, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't.
A-hole.
There you go. And so like I still remember his name because like they like that was who she cheated on me with, and I could never find her on Facebook. Like I always wanted to like look her up and find out how she was doing. Like that sort of like victory lap. Like you did better. This is the person you didn't want. That sort of moment. Right. I couldn't find her, and I legitimately looked for a couple of years. Like I would just randomly be like, I wonder if she exists. And probably like 2 months ago, I was telling Caroline, I was like, so weird that like she like disappeared. I can. She's like, oh, here she is. I found her mom first, and then it linked to her. I'm like, did she block me? Like, did I not even consider that? Like, I've been blocked for 10 years.
Or do you have such an amazing wife that she made a fake profile that quickly? Because shocking ending to this M. Night Shyamalan movie, she never existed.
Right? She's been dead for 30 years.
I was not cheated on by the long-term girlfriend who broke up with me, but I think I can top you. At least, Alex, you'll think I top you. Jordan, you might not. So it was a girl that I dated senior year of high school, and then going into college. We broke up freshman year. I broke up with her freshman year. We got back together after both she and I dated different people our junior years of college. And we dated for another year and a half. And when she broke up with me, she sat me down and told me one line that I have never forgotten, and I will never forget the rest of my life. My wife knows this line vividly, and she uses it on me from time to time in spite. She said that, listen, I just don't get your humor, and I don't find you that funny. So I don't think this is going to work. And as you guys both know me, that cut pretty deep.
That hurt me.
I know.
I felt it.
Yeah, it cut pretty deep. So I will carry that badge with me for the rest of my life. And as any funny person knows, you're always trying to prove someone wrong. That's your whole bit, right? You're just trying to prove somebody wrong.
Gosh, I want to break up with you, and you're not funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I wish you just keyed the car.
Yeah. Yep.
I think every time I broke up with a girl, it was always awkward. Like it was always a like drawn out, like, you kind of break up, but then like they're like back in your life kind of, and like
that sounds like a you problem. Like you didn't do it right.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think I was just trying to be too nice. It was hard to like, or I wanted to be friends with them, but then like, so then we'd be friends, but it like didn't really. It was just always drawn out. It was never a clean break. But every time a girl broke up with me, it was like basically, I feel like they just would stop returning calls. Like I don't know if girls, like, this might be wrong, but I feel like girls don't know how to break up. or neither do I. But
I mean, you just got ghosted before it was a term, right? So
right,
they
but
just stopped communicating.
that's not so. I mean, yeah, that is a way to break up, but that's not the right way to break up, to ghost someone.
For sure.
Like you face the music and you tell them the truth. That's what you do. And I don't know. I've
Sure.
never had a girl that broke up with me. It was never that way. But I guess you did. You had a girl tell you the truth.
Yeah, but first person experience, Jordan, ghosting is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not talking about that ghosting experience still. Yeah.
Oh, well, those were painful memories, but I'm thank you both for sharing those.
Yeah, that was deep. Let's do a happier topic and talk about our love language.
Oh, that's fun. This is fun. I could talk about this for
This
hours.
was good. This was a good topic. This got me thinking all week long, like how true this is.
Okay, well then start it out there.
No, I
Big
think
guns.
that's why I want you to, because I feel like you're the one that brought this idea of what love language is for people.
Yeah, everybody knows the baseline theory that what is it, 7 love languages that you share or receive or give to others to either show them that you care and that you love, or to feel loved and cared for. And there can be a mixture of multiple love languages, but I think it's important that we identify what yours is and what your partner's is to have a happy relationship. The problem in a lot of relationships occurs when the other person 100% knows your love language, but
They're withholding it.
It almost uses it as a weapon. Mm-hmm. So let's just start with the baseline. I mean, what are y'all's love languages?
What are the choices again?
Absolutely. Great question, Jordan. So you have a quality time, you have words of affirmation, you have acts of service, which is doing something for someone else. You have physical touch, you have giving and receiving gifts. Am I missing some?
Let's see. Quality time, touch, affirmation, gifts.
Maybe it is only 5.
I feel like someone published something that said, "Oh, there's a couple more too."
Yeah, I think that probably did happen. Where it was
But
like,
anyway, of those 5, what would you say, Jordan?
Yeah, Anna says nope. That's it.
Nope, that's it.
Move on, guys.
It's gonna be touch for me.
It's gonna be touch for me too.
I think a better question would be, can you find a married gentleman where his love language is not physical touch? I think that's the better question. I mean, is that a rare occurrence that a guy has a love language that is not physical touch?
I mean,
I'm gonna guess yes.
yeah, they have to exist, sure.
I mean, what is that? Is that just like guy DNA, or is that just a 3 of us problem? Is that
We're the touch boys.
Nope. Let's
You
not
can't
put
say
that on a
that.
shirt.
Have you been touched today?
No, but I'll share that. Like when I say touch, like it's not like it certainly is the sexual kind of touch, but like for me, it's touch in many more ways than that. Like you just, like I'm a hugger. Like hugging is that like feels love, and like the funny thing is my kids. I think pretty much all of them, but for sure 2, and very specifically my youngest daughter, she is one who likes to be touching you. Like when she's sitting next to me, she'll like touch my ear. Now that might be like a lot of kids. I think probably there's a portion of a lot of kids, but when she's just touching my ear like that, I feel that love. Like that's, and it's not it's like, so I think there's even something beyond just sexual touch. There's like just
It's connection.
Yeah. arm around your shoulder, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's connection for sure. From everything that I've seen in social media, apparently, according to social, I am the annoying girlfriend in the relationship because I am the person who will be like in bed with my wife and just kind of like just snuggle up, not touching her, just like pay attention to me, just maybe some attention. And then she'll say, "Why do you make everything sexual?" Like this has literally happened earlier today. Why do you make everything? I'm not. I just want you to pay attention. I'm like a Labrador Retriever. I just want to be focused on and pet occasionally and be told that I'm a good boy.
Yeah. Throw a ball, I'll go get it.
Yeah, exactly. You made a face, Alex. Did I say something wrong?
I'm just picturing all the things that dogs do, and it got sexual just from that.
There were collars and chains. I got you. Do we all know our wives' love language? I do. Mine's acts of service. My wife 100% wants acts of service. That's how to show attention.
Mine is quality time.
Now, quality time is like you had mentioned before. That's kind of like your secondary one, right, Alex?
I think that goes for like what Marty's saying, like pay attention to me. It's sort of like the quality time is like just be around me, like just be there. Like where are you? Like that's the like why aren't you in this room? I want to be in the room with you. Like we don't have to talk, but like I want to smell you. Can I smell you?
Yeah.
See, my wife, so because quality time is kind of like my secondary one too, I would say. And I remember we did some marriage class. I think it was Love and Respect. I think it was that one. And then that in that book or marriage series or whatever, kind of the underlying theme was that there's a difference between men and women. Like women want to be loved and men want to be respected, and that's how when they feel respected, they feel loved. But that is beside the point. I think in that series they mentioned something that I don't think my wife ever forgot, which is like shoulder to shoulder time with your husband. Like your husband wants you to be next to him. Don't talk. That's not how they said it. But like if he's watching the baseball game, he actually appreciates it if you're just sitting next to him, reading a book or whatever, but you're next to him. And so it took a while, but like she would do that. And that's totally not true for me. Like for me, if I'm watching sports and my wife is sitting next to me, I feel uncomfortable because I know she doesn't want to watch the sports. Like I feel uncomfortable that she's doing something that she doesn't want to be doing. And so I wasn't getting, like, she was doing that for me. Like he needs shoulder to shoulder time with me. And I would be like, no, go. What I would appreciate is that I can watch this game and you go do whatever the heck you want to do. That's what I want you to do. Like you don't have to force yourself to sit next to me and watch this game.
And leave the jersey on the couch if you're going to go do that. So,
yeah, I'm opposite Jordan. I'd want her on the couch, but like you said, just not talking.
Yeah, I agree, Marty. I would we'd have cute matching shirts and rewatching whatever, and then afterwards you go out to dinner for what she wants. Like that's the quality time part where like she did your thing and you do her thing, and it's not about doing it because you're compromising. It's because it makes the other person happy, and that's what makes you happy. So it's not even about you. It's almost that connection part of it. Like I know that you appreciate that, so that makes me happy.
Yeah. I'll get real with y'all for a second. I think an issue that my wife and I run into a lot is the fact that we both can turn our personalities on and off like a light switch. So when she's at work or when I'm at work, we are always at a 10, right? And our colleagues get the best of us. We're always over the top positive, over the top enthusiastic, saying yes to everything. So when you come into the home at night, you kind of shut that off a little bit, like that light switch. But then you look at a social platform like TikTok, and if you were to look at my wife and I's personalities, you would go, oh my God, they're like hilarious. And they're always kind of like bouncing off of each other. But again, that's that light switch kind of turning on where we can do that on command and on cue, but don't necessarily exhibit that level of enthusiasm and effort and energy all throughout the day, which is a disservice in both of our minds. We both get frustrated, both with ourselves and with each other when that happens.
Mm-hmm. I think there's an interesting concept that lines up with, there was a concept that we went over in our marriage counseling recently that's kind of like that, where like there's power in being able to, in your relationship, to pause and just recognize what's needed in this moment, you know. And I think that's kind of it, to me, that's kind of the turning the light switch on and on off. It's like, because maybe you can't, maybe the person doesn't have the capacity to turn that light switch on right then and there. So sometimes even just being in tune with your partner,
Yep.
to just be like, you know, what's needed right now? What are we capable of doing? What?
It's our we have a Carol Burnett situation apparently. You did the breath. You did.
I always feel like you two are always like doing some sort of secret thing. And I'm going to come to find out that this whole podcast is just a joke on me.
No, Jordan. Alex and I can communicate without communication. So that's
exactly. So I'm
you're
always looking for that communication. That's not communication.
You're at a disadvantage.
You never. We can't communicate it. I don't know what to tell you because it's in that moment. It's not something. It's not like, so we were on a phone call earlier. We're like, this is every time Jordan does this, you know. Let's do it. Just happens.
You did the noise, and all I have to do is this. Here's my face, and you do the noise. It's the Jim looking at the camera, right? It's like you're listening to Jordan, and then he goes. Let's finish with two truths and a lie with a love theme. So we're gonna do it a little different this week, right? So we all are gonna say the exact same. We're gonna answer the same three questions, but just like in any game of two truths and a lie, one of them will be a lie. You don't know which one of these three questions is going to be a lie from each individual. So Alex, with that setup, go ahead and give us your two truths and one lie.
I have told 12 people that I love them.
12. Okay.
I would say roughly 10 people have seen me naked.
Okay. Both those numbers seem low, just FYI.
My hardest love language is affirmation.
Your hardest one to exhibit is affirmation.
Affirmation.
Got it. I'm going to say that how many people have seen you naked roughly?
12. About 10 people.
I'm going to say that number is way too low. That's the lie.
Final answer for both.
Final answer.
That's probably way higher than that.
Way too low. That number is probably in the.
I mean, 10 of them are here.
Yeah. That's a triple digit number right there.
Okay, a triple digit.
Okay. All right, Jordan, you're up. Give us your two truths and a lie.
All right. Now, don't look at me.
Just a little backstory. If no one's ever seen Jordan do two truths and a lie before, he is an absolute expert.
Pro.
He is a pro poker face. You cannot tell what his lie is ever. He never gives it away in his facial expressions. And with that build up, Jordan, give us your two truths and a lie.
I have said I love you to over 20 people. Women. Over 20 women. Does it have to be just women?
We went over this in the pre-show.
That's number one. Number two is what's the second one? Oh, wait. Girls that have seen me naked is less than 5. Less than 5.
Give us a hard number.
I don't know the exact number.
Okay.
I probably could, but I didn't. I was too lazy to do the work. So you're gonna get less than,
Go ahead. Number 3. Give us number 3.
Well, the most difficult love language for me is also affirmation.
Yeah, number 1's the lie. Alex?
I'm gonna choose number 2 just because he said he couldn't do a count on 1 through 4.
That's why I think it's truthful, because it would be a masterful lie if he's like, I don't remember the number, and that's my lie. So if number 2 is the lie, then Jordan, well freaking done.
Number 2 is the lie, baby. I'm back. I can lie.
That's great. It's like a double lie in essence.
I can tell you a lie.
Like we need a number. I don't know a number.
All right, Marty.
All right, here are my 2 truths and a lie. Same 3 questions. I have said I love you to 4 women. 6 women have seen me naked. And my most difficult love language is words of affirmation. Isn't it interesting? We all said that as number 3.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that one. The third one is the lie.
Okay. Jordan.
I'm gonna say I think the first one was true. I think the second one was a lie.
So you don't think that 6 women have seen me naked? Do you think it's more or less? Is the question.
I think more women have seen you naked. I think that
Alex is correct. Number 3 is the lie.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm great with words of affirmation. Oddly enough, my wife's number 1 love language is my hardest one to do, acts of service.
Why is that?
What's a better word for spite? Not spite, but like honestly, like when something is, I'm very like an equal share person. So
unbalanced.
Yeah, unbalanced. There it is. Unbalanced. So if I do dirty dishes and I clean my dish and I clean the boys' dishes, and then all of a sudden more dirty dishes come in from my wife, I get frustrated. So that's a hard act of service for me. Really difficult for me to do. If I clean the entire house and then it gets messed up again and it's like expected for me to clean it again, that's a hard act of service for me to do.
You're right. I'm going to change my answer to that, actually. Because you're right. Words of affirmation, I can do that. It's the acts of service, and that's my wife's love language, too. So, affirmation, I can do that. That's fine.
Got it.
Cool. Well, that's pretty much the end of our show. We're going to leave everybody. Well, you got something else to say, Jordan.
Well, I guess I just... You guys want to end the show, or are you on?
Sorry, Jordan. Continue, please.
Go ahead.
Feel free to swipe left anytime. Affirmations are funny because you know why that came to my mind? I actually came to my mind because I am
You're gonna stop breathing. I just like make sure you're passing out because you're gonna try so hard not to do the breath now. You're just gonna lose oxygen. Just fall out of breath.
He's gonna start turning blue and then purple.
I'm breathing just fine. I don't know it. I'm telling you.
That sounded so much like a bit. Like, yeah, I guess someone else to say. Affirmations are
Can
funny.
I finish my point about affirmations? The thing about affirmations is that if affirmations is someone's love language, meaning well, I guess I don't know all the ins and outs about like love languages. Like I get that like if you kind of feel love from affirmations, like that's great. But like I get very uncomfortable with people that I think always want affirmations, always need affirmations. I get very uncomfortable, and I'm like they're fishing for them. That is the thing where it's like I don't like, because I can totally give affirmations just sincerely and willingly and freely. Like I believe that it's important to intentionally look for things to praise people for. Like we're so critical, all of us are so critical, not only of ourselves but of other people too, that like you need to be intentional of finding those things to affirm in people. And so I'm a firm believer in that. I get it's just when I those people that are fishing for them, like that's when I almost feel like I don't want you to I don't know where I'm going with that. Like I don't know how to say it. I don't want it to sound too harsh, but like I don't want to give it to you. Like when you're that person who's just trying to suck affirmations from people, like but I guess that goes beyond affirmations. There's leeches in life that will suck the love.
Very quickly, can you give us a few examples? Like if someone asks you, does this outfit look good? Are they seeking an affirmation? If somebody posts an Instagram photo of their family in a perfect scenario, are they seeking affirmation? I mean, what is the definition of seeking affirmation in your opinion?
Like, and this is where I suppose, because immediately my head's been with like thinking about my relationship with my wife. So my wife can be she's not like a leech like I just brought up, but she can be one of those people who allows that desire for affirmation, where it's almost like even affirming you doesn't sink in. Like it's like it continue. It's like you have to continue to do it, and just doing like for instance, and I don't want this to sound like I'm bashing my wife. This is just kind of a difference in our personalities a bit, where when she makes a decision, she will spend hours talking to me, trying to justify the decision, trying to get that, hey, you made a good choice. But the stupid thing is that like I will give her that, and it's still not enough. It's still like she's seeking, like, I did the right thing, right? Like I told them I wouldn't. I told this girl I wouldn't work for her. But here's the thing, and she'll go through this hour-long talk about why it's okay that she said no. I'm not going to take your shift. And I don't know. That's probably outside of the realm of what we're talking about. But to me, it was like that came across as like you continually need me to affirm that this was a good choice. But I've already said it was fine. Say no. Please say no.
Do you think she's self-aware of that? Because I'm self-aware of myself enough to know that I am constantly seeking affirmation from my wife, and maybe from my breakup story that I told earlier, I am constantly asking her, was that funny? Is this funny? Come on, that was funny. Why didn't you laugh? That was funny. Alex, you can probably relate to that a little bit.
No, I've just seen it in your relationship.
Yeah.
My wife 100% will tell me if something isn't funny. Like, I live with hecklers.
I would prefer that, honestly. Like, living with a non-heckler is equivalent to when the wife says, what do you like? Do you like this outfit? And the husband says, it's fine. When in reality, it might be fantastic or it might be horrible. I want the heckle if the heckle is needed.
Oh yeah, I get the
That's
heckle.
a t-shirt.
And it fixes the problem a lot of time, because I go, I'm not going to take that personal. You're right. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
And it does. It helps having that honesty.
Yeah. Anna, you're right, by the way. Anna says that sounds like reassurance. Absolutely. And it's reaffirming as well. So,
but the problem is she still doesn't feel like it is the right choice. She needs you, like, even though you've reassured her, she's still playing that game. Like, did I do the right thing?
I think where it's almost like it comes down to, like, it's not affirmation from me that she even needs, because I've given it to her. And
agreement.
Yeah.
Agreement. Listen and agree. 9 times out of 10 is what I've found, at least, is being seeked in those situations. But actually listening, not fake listening, actually listening, actual contribution to the conversation, and then eventual agreement.
See, and agreement can be tough for me because I'm a challenger. Have you guys ever done the Enneagram stuff?
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I'm a competitive achiever.
Sound that track.
Shocker.
I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback on that one. I don't even need to take the test.
That's it.
That's me being competitive, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I'm just a little bit more of an achiever than Alex. So don't know that.
Both the equal amount of achievers to me.
What are you, Jordan?
Challenger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No, I remember this. This was actually a really funny topic. Because Jordan was like, I took this test and it said I'm a challenger. But I'm not convinced.
That's a funny joke.
It was real life. That was true. He sat there and he said that. I'm just like, you're doing it. You literally just validated it.
Let me shoot a TikTok.
Dude,
I'm a challenger, but I'm not convinced. Post it.
You need like the Norm Macdonald voice on that line, and it would be perfection. I'm not convinced. I can't do it.
I'm an ENFP. Okay, so I'm an extrovert. I'm an N. I'm an F.
You're an F and G, man.
I'm an F and B.
He's an extrovert who's a neophyte and a fun-loving
Potato.
Yeah. Fun-loving potato. Actually, should be a T-shirt too.
That's my dating profile.
I'm all ears.
Which is my message that I'm going to leave you guys with, is that apparently our douchey selves would get more dates than our regular selves.
Yeah, that's factually correct. And
I'm going to leave us with, sometimes in life you just have to breathe, even if it's awkwardly.
I like it. Marty?
My takeaway for today is that we are all very lucky to be married gentlemen, and we should keep it that way.
All right. Good show, guys. This was a lot of fun. We talked
Yep.
about a lot of good topics. See you next week.